Isolation Nation, welcome to another social distancing social club. That was Carmel, by the way, just walked by in the background.
Uh,
So she probably heard that intro. She heard at least that. It's good to see you guys. It's good to be with you again. This is Ben Glebe. I am on the beach in Santa Barbara, about to walk to the beach because I'm on a camping trip with Carmel, and we're taking a brief beach break because we need a break. I think we all need a break. You might have heard the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg very tragically and sadly passed away yesterday. And this will have repercussions, obviously, for our democracy, depending how things shake out. So we have a fight ahead, most likely. But to do that fight, you have to be able to recharge with laughter and smiles. And so I would just like to dedicate this show on behalf of all of us today to a giant of our values, a giant of what America stands for, and a person who inspired me and inspires, I think, anybody with a good conscience and a good heart to be who they are and to stand for that at all costs. And to not let up, to never sacrifice your values. And so, in honor of that, let's mourn her, let's celebrate her, let's recharge, and let's go. Please welcome the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, Mr. Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Thank you. And before I turn my camera on, just real quick, I want to echo that it is important to recharge. And so I'm actually going to be doing that with this new couch I found outside of Bowers' place. So I just want to thank the folks who were living on it, who helped me get it here. Thanks everybody for coming to the show. Obviously, we pride ourselves on on being a distraction from some of the things that we've been going through for the last 6 months, and today is no different. If you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on YouTube. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, and Facebook stars, all that stuff. And please welcome the previous owner of this couch, Mr. Chris Bowers. Everybody, Chris Bowers.
Bow wow.
Hey, but I would never own a microfiber couch. That would be way too hot. I would never buy that couch. Plus the leather pillows, no way. That's not my couch. But I did actually last night we were driving home, and one street over from my new apartment was my couch in the middle of the fucking road. They took it one block over and left it in the middle of the fucking road like a bunch of dicks. But I guess that's what $50 pays for these days. So there you go. So that's where my couch.
They should have left at least 15 in the cushions for that. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I actually appreciated that. It was one block closer to my place, which made it a little easier to get.
Nice. Ben, is that a portable bed on your back? That's pretty impressive.
And it's a portable bed on the back. No, it's a portable chair that leans back into a bed. It's also got a cooler in it. And I also have, I don't know what the lighting situation will be once I land our sand spot. And so I have in my pockets a production light and a little phone tripod thing. And it is pulling my pants down. It's pulling my shorts down. I'm half mooning half of the parking lot.
The good news is, Ben, on the beach in Santa Barbara with lighting and a tripod and filming and everything, you will look like every other influencer on that damn beach. So
this is Santa Barbara, not LA.
It's have fun. You'll see. Anyway, Bowers.
Yes, Queen Rachel. She's here. How you doing, Queen?
Good. I want to be cozy, so I'm in my Cookie Monster onesie today, guys.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
Nice.
Nom, nom, nom.
I do have a shirt on. I know it looked like I was naked for a sec, but I'm not.
See, we're trying to get tips here, Rachel. Why'd you gotta give away that? If you just would have kept zipped up a little bit.
A very specific Cookie Monster stripping demographic. It is very, very specific.
I have seen that before. Funny enough, there was a burlesque show I went to, and she was in a Cookie Monster like onesie, and then she stripped the song "Cookie Jar" by the Gym Class Heroes. It was 10 out of 10. Recommend.
I love how you refer to yourself as she.
Third person.
We know you. We know you burlesque dance sometimes, Rach. All right, we had an overnight game. We had an overnight game that also paid tribute to RBG, and it was in honor of RBG. If you could take over, if she could take over Trump's Twitter and tweet whatever she wanted now, what would she tweet? And we had a couple good ones. Lola had "I resign." August Walsh had. I'm gonna leave that one for last. Lola also had Mike Pence and I are having an affair, which I thought would be very funny. And,
Yeah.
and then Gus Walsh had Sir Roger Stone, Michael Flynn, Stormy Daniels, Michael Cohen, Individual One, the Russian agents that were indicted, Adolf Hitler, and Lord Sauron walk into a bar.
Very well done.
Yeah,
There
I
was
was
a
a big
couple others
fan.
that I liked that I favored it, but I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't go look at them on account if I will lose the feed. But very good stuff. I thought that was a very nice, lovely, lighthearted way to honor the notorious RBG. So thanks for that, Isolation Nation.
You're
right,
welcome. My idea.
And today's game, nicely
Taylor's idea. Wow,
nicely
thank
done,
you so
Taylor.
much,
We
Taylor.
appreciate it. And today's game is in honor of Bowers moving. So because Bowers moved and he has to deal with all that shit, especially during a pandemic, moving is never enjoyable, but especially during a pandemic, we're going to have Move a TV show. So take the title of a television show and make it about moving somehow. So for instance, The Picture Wire or Breaking Boxes. So anything like that, the way you do it, you comment on any of our streams, Twitch, Twitter, I keep saying Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. Comment on any of our streams, but if you throw it in with a tip of at least $5 or more, we will be reading those at the end, and then you're eligible to win the prize.
Yeah, like maybe bosom buddies with a truck could be one of them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna believe this, but I actually enjoy moving a lot. I'm a big fan of moving.
What?
Yeah, I like it. You get to fucking look at all your shit. You throw this stuff you don't want anymore. Then you get to set it up all in a new place. And you got to go buy a bunch of new stuff because you had to throw your couch away. It's very exciting. I love moving. It's really cool.
Wow.
There's nothing that Bowers enjoys more than standing in line at a Target. It's just so relaxing.
I'm actually with Bowers on that. I love moving. It's so fun to set up a new world of all your stuff in a different form and have some old stuff. And Targets are fantastic. Bowers and I think, align on 50% of his controversial opinions.
But you don't throw away any of your shit like he does.
How dare you? That's true, but how dare you say it?
Yeah, the idea of like Ben's like, I love moving. You know, once that fourth moving truck rolls up, it's really exciting.
Really get in the groove.
We saw Carmel run by him quickly because she had to run down to the beach early to set up all the bobbleheads around his towel so he could be at the
Now, Bowers, that's how you hold it down.
Are you kidding me? I just hire a bunch of beach bums to stand behind me and go. Do the bobblehead.
Saying we couldn't see what you were doing because like your phone is a little choppy, and so like I really just thought you were like, oh, they just stand there.
I thought he cut out because Spectrum's at the beach apparently, but no, that was a bobblehead.
I was bobbling my head. That's all.
Yeah,
By the
no,
way,
it was a
I
good
gotta
bobble.
say, this is my new studio. I like it here. This is a lovely room.
This
So
is my new studio. I like it here. Oh, need this.
Dude,
Need this
once
right now.
once I get this place set up, you guys are gonna fucking lose your mind. It's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait. And guys, I gotta be honest with you. I've been too harsh on sound check. This is great. Taylor, let us know when we're a minute out.
That's what he says to Carmel. All right, Steve, do you want to introduce the audience today because he is Ben is on his phone and it's probably tough for him to scroll through the boxes.
yeah, let's open up the audience. Everybody, turn on your videos.
I did it from my car before, but whatever.
Welcome
Go for
everyone.
it. Ben, if you want to go for it, go bobble
No,
Ben.
Steve,
Let's go.
you do it. Impress us with your big computer screen.
All right. And that's the whole audience, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Now, so let's see. We got Lindsay coming to us from a different couch. We got Jan Johnson also from a different couch. We got Chris LaBelle, the reigning champion of 1 billion games in a row. We got Jessica Keibel with an awesome tribute. We've got Leedy stealing from Rachel's wardrobe there. We've got Frankie Angles Notaro. Let's go Giants. And is anyone's camera off? Nope, we got everybody. So I did it perfectly, Ben. He's muted. Okay, anyway.
Steve, very impressive. I love the way you do all that. The way you did the names and everything. Gosh.
Thanks.
We also have two amazing comics, both returning champions. We have Carmen Lynch is here. Carmen, how you doing?
Hey,
Wait, I'm here. Hi.
There she is. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm still in New York and no COVID yet, so that's good, right?
Well, that's great. We also have, and by the way, the show after Duck Nuggets, this is what we call scheduling, friends. Danny Alabama is here. Adam Mamawala, everybody. Adam Mamawala, yes. How you doing, Danny Alabama? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I've really enjoyed this new moniker quite a bit. I have to be honest with you.
Have you used it at all since the show?
I have not, but people who have watched the show have referred to me as that regularly on Twitter. Like I'll get about Danny Alabama. It's okay. It's okay. Also, Chris,
do you not
Chris
like it, Adam? Because it's pretty
I
great.
like it. No, I love it. I love it very much. I just was going to say to
I really
Chris
think
and
you should
Steve,
own it.
I should. I'll try to. It is true. Like you guys saw me literally 7 minutes ago with completely disheveled hair and a cut-off T-shirt, and the fact that I now look like this, it's true male privilege. It's male privilege at work. Like I
For sure.
at 2:53, I looked like full dog shit.
He looked like this, and I actually think you look. I think you looked hotter at sound check. I think you do your hair like that, dude. You were a smoke show with your hair like that. Back and still,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
still hot, but that hair.
That's my Danny Alabama look. Now I'm back.
Yeah. Now you're
There you go.
Adam. Now you're Danny, South Florida. So we appreciate it.
I'm Danny Jacksonville.
Yeah. But anyway, Bowers, thanks for this. Cat, was this one yours or?
That
Danny's
was closer.
super spreader event.
Yeah.
Nice. Rach, we got anything coming in to start off?
We did actually. We had a pre-show tip from Savannah Martin for Adam. She tipped $24.24 and said, for Adam, also please go match Adam's donation of the Black Lives Matter run that he did. 24 laps like a goddamn badass.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now the sad part was it was 24 laps around his couch. It was.
It was actually around Bauer's couch.
Yeah. But
Well, it's
the
in the middle of the
sectionals were all over the place, so it ended up being like 24 laps. So.
Yeah, they're in 6 different tents by now, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I do a quick plug to explain what she's talking about? Is that okay?
Go for it, yeah.
So there's this group called Fast Feet NYC that organizes these runs. It's like a run once a month. And the idea is that you run for an hour or you can walk, and however many laps you do, you're supposed to donate like $1 per lap and then get people to match you. So I did it last month. I did it this month. I ran 24 laps this morning, which is 6 miles in an hour. I'm pretty proud of it. I feel horrible. But if anybody wants to match, it's split between Fast Feet NYC, which does a bunch of charitable stuff, and the Black Feminist Project. So just find at Fast Feet NYC on Venmo, and that's how you can match if you want to.
Sounds like a good cause, but I will not be running for an hour. I'm sorry, that's not something I can do. I can run for
you can match
3 to 5
out
minutes,
the guilt
maybe.
that you can't run. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you run
Bowers
for 24 seconds?
Bowers will run for an hour. He'll just get a block.
Yeah, that's true. I get half a mile in an hour. You know, you ever, okay, you know your phone knows how fast you walk, right? And it sometimes hurts your feelings. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like you'll
100%.
put in directions like it's half a mile, and it's like that is 27 minutes. I'm like, motherfucker, no, it's not. I can walk faster than 27 minutes a half mile. Jesus Christ, that makes me hurt.
Bowers, I just like the idea that you would do a blank-a-thon. Like, what a-thon would you do? You're not going to do a walk-a-thon.
Ooh. You know what? We did one year. We did one for my birthday one year. We had a drink-a-thon. Where it was...
money
because
for
most charities...
cirrhosis.
No, it was for the... It was for the
chime off. Bowers would obviously do drink-a-thon, eat-a-thon, F-a-thon. I'm trying to clean it up for the beach people.
No, but
That is like-
actually, we did a week-long drink-a-thon. What we did was, because most charities alcohol-based anyway, because you go to the gala and you get hammered. So let's just cut out the middleman. So basically, people pledged us for each drink we had. Everybody had a lanyard with a Sharpie on it. Every drink you had or shot, you did a mark. And then my mom gave me a quarter. My dad gave me 50 cents. We raised about, I don't know, $3,000 for the Jimmy V Foundation that year. But my buddy Tushlog won. He drank 137 drinks in 6 days. That was the person that won. I had 123, so I came in second. But
That is easily the most whimsical way to describe alcoholism. Like, I had a 12-year drink-a-thon, and now I'm recovering.
no, That was just
I
6 days.
have to be honest with you. That should be Bauer's Twitter and Instagram bio at Bauer's Comedy. The most whimsical way to describe alcoholism.
He also had in the YouTube chat, E-Hole had said he bet Bowers had a whackathon.
I don't do that.
When I was in high school,
my girlfriend is 16 years younger than me. Okay, I can't waste any.
I'm so glad that was followed by years younger than me and didn't stop with 16.
Thank you. I'm just saying, Chrissy wants to have sex way more than me. I cannot waste. I don't have time. I haven't done that.
By the way, I gotta say, I was about to tell a story about some bowl-a-thon in high school, and no, I'm glad I didn't. This is way better.
We could tell you were about to launch into a bowl-a-thon story, so we were like, pause. Bowers, tell us other stuff.
Bowers, talk about masturbating. Talk about masturbating.
Or the lack thereof.
I talked about not masturbating, but also, and this is weird. I know I'm a weirdo, but I didn't do that. The first time I ever did that, I was 19. I was in college. I don't know. It never occurred to me. I wasn't old. I didn't have older brothers. I didn't have friends. I don't know. I
grew up in a house full of men, right? And I still did that very early on.
Wait, also, Bowers, you grew up in Indiana. There was nothing else to do.
And
I read a lot of Mad Magazine or whatever. I didn't jerk off. I don't know what it was.
Firstly, Rachel surprises nobody by her statement either. And also, I'm so glad you finally called it by its proper term, Bowers, because I was a little concerned that the first 3 times you were saying I never did that, as though it's like some concept you're even afraid to name.
Well, that's where I draw the line. It's talking about jerking off. I don't know. It's like jerking off and pooping. It's very private for me. I don't want anybody to know what's going on.
I feel you on that second one.
Yeah, and not at the same time. What else do we have coming in?
That's a very weird kink. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh. We got nothing. Can we move on?
By the way,
I'm not sure I want to make Carmen follow that. We need to move. We need to do one other thing. We want to do one other thing.
Wait. Completely honestly, no joke. Last night, Bowers could attest to this. Last night after seeing that news, I was like, fuck this. I need to do something about it. I'm politically active. Maybe I'll run for Congress. Maybe I'll move somewhere and I'll run for Congress in a district that's flippable. I'm going to do it. And then by this morning, I was like, you know what? I think I could do more just by using my voice on platforms like this. And then I talk about that. So I've clearly very much decided to not run for Congress after that joke. So, press
that's the one.
That's how I feel every day.
That'll keep you from being in Congress. That's the joke that's going to do it for you.
Actually, that's the joke.
1,500 videos. That's not going to. There's nothing in there that's going to get you in trouble. It's just the thing you just said about.
Actually, that'll help me win a red district. They're very repressed people.
Well, that's true. That's what Utah is the most porn usage. Anyway,
Yeah.
All right, let's get to a comic. Let's do this. I think she's ready. Returning champion. She's been in a car. She's now in an apartment. This is great. Give it up for Carmen Lynch. We love her. Woo!
Hi, everybody. Oh, this is so exciting. I got my new stand-up desk, so now I'm standing up.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's move on. So, did you know that true character is revealed in a crisis? So a lot of people are finding out that they're dicks during the pandemic. I just want to congratulate them. We knew all along that you were an asshole, but now you know you're an asshole. So you know what to work on, and you know who you are. Drinking alone is no longer a problem. In fact, it does not make you an alcoholic. It means you are protecting your friends. So it's good for you. You care about people. I was with my parents, and my parents talk about their friends in the neighborhood by how many surgeries they've had. You know, they'll be like, Frank and Rita both had hip surgery this year. And I'm like, wow, sounds like they really like Groupons. And I like to chime in and be like, how are the Simonsons? And they're like, they're dead. But then I don't know what to say about my friends. I'm like, this is Diana, and she just had an abortion. Good, I'm glad you like that one. Okay, so I have not done anything for 4 months. I was totally just making sure I was safe, and then I had to get my eyebrows done, mostly because I'm a woman, but even more because I'm Spanish. And they were so long. And the woman came out with scissors. I swear to God, she came out not with threading or the tweezers. She came out with these fucking things. I got a haircut on my face. Okay? Insane. Okay, and that's still the only thing I'll do is my fucking eyebrows. I got an email. This is totally no segues today. I got an email from my gastroenterologist. If you don't know what that is, that's an ass doctor. That is a butt doctor. Yes, I have my own ass doctor because it's very genetic. I've had a colon cancer in the family, all that. So she checks my ass. But anyway, so I got an email from my gastroenterologist that she's left the medical field and she is now pursuing something completely different. And I'm like, oh my God, what was that last ass like that you saw? It made you go, that's it. I am giving up on 8 years of medical school and all that money because you shat on my dress. And I was supposed to go on a date tonight. And also, where do you go after that? You know, accounting? Like, what's good after that? You go from assholes to other kinds of assholes? Ah, got it. I should say law. Lawyers are bigger assholes, right? Okay. Thanks. Let's keep going. I want your money. Okay. So my dad loves Jesus. He just turned 80. And he loves Jesus more and more. Every week he loves him more. I think he's looking for a place to stay. And I'm like, it's okay. It's going to be fine. He loves heaven. He acts like he's been there on vacation. He, you know what he says? He says that everyone that goes to heaven, that gets rid of all of their problems are gone. Okay. I have two mentally challenged, mentally challenged cousins. And I guess they're fine now, right? Because they passed away and they're fine, right? Well, I haven't heard from them. So it's bullshit. This is going to get dark. Let's keep going. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm in therapy too. So don't worry, I'm in therapy. It's great. My therapist told me I'm a comedian because I'm in pain. I was like, I thought I was a comedian because I was funny, bitch. And she hurt my feelings. So I guess she was right. I'm in pain. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years and he was married for 10 years before we started dating. So whenever we get in a fight, I'm like, look, you've been down this road before, okay? I've never been with anyone for more than 5 years and you have, so you figure it out. I'm going to go out with my friends and drink while you figure out what the fuck you did wrong. Okay, you should have learned it the first time when you hit your fine. I'm really not that angry. I'm a nice person. In fact, I just have a fear of abandonment, so it's going to be hard to get off of this. I love your laughs. Okay, let's do one more or whatever. Okay, so let's talk about, no, fuck that. Oh yeah. So my parents, I think I have CTE. I think that's why I have to look at my notes is because I hit my head so many times because I'm vertically obese. I'm very tall, I'm 6 feet tall. And I hit my head so many times that I don't remember things. And I looked up CTE and it means that you have memory problems and mood swings, which clearly I do. And you want to kill someone. Like OJ, they think he had CTE and that's why he killed Nicole. I'm not excusing it, but that's what they're saying. So, and I want to kill a couple of people. So it's going to be okay because I'm tall, so I can do it. If there's, you know. All right. It says 5:30. I'm going to keep going, right? Okay, good. All right. So what else can I say? My boyfriend is a huge snorer. He snores so loud. I'm so sick of this neighborhood. I can hear the cat. I can hear the air conditioner. I can hear ISIS. I can hear everything and I'm sick of it. I hate those people who sleep all night. I wake up so early. I hate those people who sleep all night. I can sleep all night. You know what? You're going to die in a fire. You are. And I'm going to watch because I'll be up, you know, roasting marshmallows right near your face. Should I keep going? Is that okay?
Right. Carmen Lynch, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Carmen Lynch. Obviously, tip jar is open as always. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com Of course, you could super chat on YouTube. We already had a great super chat come in. It was from Carmen's gastroenterologist. It says, "Don't tell her it was her." So I don't know what that means.
You know,
That was a hilarious.
that is the first thing I thought when I got the email. I was like, when did I see her? And it was like a year before. So I think I'm safe.
That was a hilarious set. And if you guys are now fans of Carmen's, you can see her hour special on the replays of this episode.
Carmen, I do like the idea of hitting ass rock bottom. That has to be terrible. Like when you're like, that's it, I'm done. This is the last one. I can't do this anymore.
I know. And also, why did you go in that to begin with? You know what I mean? Like you could have gone to optometry or, I don't know, cardiology.
Look, it's like, I think some people, they don't think about the bad stuff. There's probably gynecologists that halfway through are like, oh no, there's some of them are terrible, right? Like they thought it was going to be this beautiful thing where you see vagina all day, and then turns out, no, you don't want to see most of them. Like, that's actually a question. Would you want to, and this for, I don't know, would you want to see every person in the world naked to get to see every person in the world naked? Would you see the bad for the good?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, think about it this way.
I
like,
would for sure. I'd trade, other than people in my family, I would trade, I would see everyone naked to see everyone naked. That's what I meant.
But think about it this way. As a comedian, everybody asks you that horrible question, right? Like, tell me a joke, tell me a joke. So if you're a gastroenterologist, or like, can you just check? I know I'm your uncle, but can you just check my ass for a quick second? I know it's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
But also, Bowers, based on that question, the idea of like, would you, so in order to get to see the people naked you want to see naked, would you see everyone else naked as like a penance for it?
Yes.
Most people in the world, the vast majority of people in the world, I do not want to see them naked. Like, I used to do a joke about that, about how, like, I've seen porn where I've been like, nah. You know, like, these are professionals. Like, the average person on the street, I would never want to see anyone naked ever again.
Yeah, see, I disagree.
I'm with Steve.
I don't want to see
Thank you,
really
Carmen.
anybody naked per se. To me, like, it's about the way the nakedness happens. Just seeing someone naked, it's in like a clinical sense, in like a doctor's office, that's no fun.
Well, I don't think Bowers is talking about like you have to do it with a forceps every time.
I'm with
I
Bowers.
think he's saying,
Yeah, I don't mean like I wouldn't want to see dudes naked, but I'm saying like the thing you're attracted to, if you whatever, men, women, whatever, if you could see all of them naked, to see all of them naked, would you? And I'm saying I would. And I think Rachel, you're in. You'd see all the dudes.
I don't mind seeing anybody naked. It doesn't even have to be a sexual sense. I don't like take your clothes off. Cool.
I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I also regret even what I've said so far, considering that Carmel's dad is set 6 feet to my left.
Well, but the good news for Carmel's
thank you.
the good news for Carmel's dad is you've never seen her naked, so it's fine. You guys are still good.
I heard that.
my favorite part is that Ben is doing this with headphones, which means everything he says is deliriously out of context for everybody else around him.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
I think my favorite part of your set, Carmen, though, is when you told us about your cousins that died and then said, this is going to get dark. Oh, going to? Okay, so brace yourselves. It's going to get worse than my dead, mentally challenged cousins.
Also, if I could add,
worse.
wait, Carmen, if I could add to that before you reply, the idea that you're like, oh no, I accidentally said a word that might offend people. Don't worry, they're dead. It's fine.
I'm still keeping that. Thank you. You know, I've gotten myself in so much trouble because whenever my brain's like, don't say that word, it always comes out. You know?
I think you're fine. I mean, they have passed away, so they can't hear that, Carmen's cousins. I could have delivered it better, but.
All right, Rachel, we got some tips coming in.
Yeah, we sure do. So we've got E-hole, $5 for Carmen. Success. My nuts have receded. Great set.
You're welcome.
We also have, let's see, Christopher Capo, $10, and said, hopefully you find a new butthole doctor, Carmen. Great set.
That's so sweet.
I wish that for all of us.
By the way, you can get your Hope You Find a New Butthole Doctor t-shirts available at the store right now if you want to pick those up real quick.
We also have butthole doctors playing at the Roxy.
They're playing backstage at the Roxy.
What happened was that's actually Butthole Surfers finally finished school. So now
I think the Spin Doctors and the Butthole Surfers combined bands, and now they're the Butthole Doctors.
Yeah.
We have Tam tipped Carmen $5. Thanks, Tam.
Nice.
Thanks, Tam.
And then there's Jess tipped $25 and said, Carmen, you make me feel less insane about how my brain thinks about stupid shit. You're always hilarious. I wish I could be your sidekick on the killing spree.
Ooh, okay, now I'm a murderer.
Feeling stabby
Okay.
today.
Thank you.
Now you're a murderer. You did a bunch of jokes about being a murderer.
That's true.
Well, no, she said she wanted to kill people.
Remember,
Killed
I
it.
CTE. I forgot.
Also, I'm tall and I'm not a murderer. Like it's...
Not yet. It hasn't kicked in.
All right, fair. I gotta hit my head
Plus,
more.
plus, Steve's never hit his head. He's never been on a bike. He's never done anything that would damage his brain at all, which is why he's so quick and smart.
Well, I appreciate that insult wrapped in a compliment. Thank you.
Like Ben and I dull our brains with weed and stuff, and we're still this funny, right? This is like you're not using drugs is kind of performance enhancing. You're kind of on steroids for comedy.
Well, no, Ben's argument has been that you'll be funnier if you smoke, and so I don't want to do the Sammy Sosa thing. I'm going on natural.
I was going the other direction with it, but all right.
I know. But Ben's argument.
You don't want to take it to the next level. It's legal now. I could understand maybe the argument when it was not legal. But it's legal.
It's not. I'm not like, oh no, the law. I mean, I speed. You know, Rachel kills people with pasta. I mean, we don't care about the law.
I tried
You just said Sammy Sosa argument. Try to.
Yeah, it's not about
Sammy Sosa argument. It was illegal. That's why it was bad. It's not bad for him to like bench press and make his arm stronger to hit home runs.
I guess that's true. I could only smoke pot when I'm doing stand up in like 14 states.
Yes. And then not federally. Somehow maybe not in maybe on a cruise ship you can smoke pot in international waters.
Steve, I gotta jump in. If by doing the Sammy Sosa thing you're referring to changing your race, I highly recommend not doing blackface.
Yeah. Also, unlike Sammy Sosa doing that, like I can't possibly get any whiter. Like I can't.
That's true.
I mean, Steve, you're so white. Even though you're white, I think you might be doing whiteface.
There have been a lot of white
geisha.
people there have been a lot of white people who have seen me and been like, "This is offensive."
Look, I thank God every day that the year I dressed up as Michael Jackson for Halloween was 2008 and not 1988. That's the reason I'm not.
Oh my God! Dressed up as white Michael Jackson.
Well, I just was Michael Jackson. I had the hat and the glove, and I did the dance. It didn't occur to anyway.
You should still be canceled for that.
That's pretty hilarious that you
Just for
dress
having
up
done it.
as a. That's a great the Michael Jackson loophole could get people out of some of these situations. Like, oh, I could dress like Michael Jackson, but just not young Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
That's very interesting.
I can do the spin pretty good, so you know.
You can also
Okay,
put on
we're
a
gonna have
costume
to see
without
the spin
wearing
now.
blackface. That's also a possibility.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Frankie learned something new today.
The joke I was making was that
I get the joke.
I didn't know how terrible it was when I was a kid. I saw other people do it. I wasn't offended. I luckily didn't do it because for whatever reason, thank God. But it wasn't good. I didn't know it was terrible. And I know now. I mean, I learned. Again,
By the way, Leedy just asked in the chat is if it's okay for her to draw Michael Bowers. Yes, as long as it's just the costume, Leedy, please.
Do him the super white Michael Jackson late in life version. That's what he dressed up as anyway. So I think that's probably like super white.
By the way,
Hofstadter white. Like
when
Hofstadter,
Carmen
like,
warned
blind
us
your
that it was
eyes
going to
white.
get dark, did she mean us?
You guys don't understand. I used to use occasionally African American celebrity face filters because that's the actual face of a person. It's not some caricature, and I can't use them now. I feel like it's bordering on not the right move.
You had
It
face
makes my
filter?
Morgan Freeman impression much better. I'll tell you that much.
Like you had face filters in the 80s? What's going on?
No, just I mean, even a few years ago, they aired it on Home and Family Morgan Freeman's face. Because this is exactly Morgan Freeman's face. You can't tell me that Morgan Freeman's face in and of itself is offensive.
I thought you were talking about like it was a simpler time, June.
We just learned to use Zoom. We didn't know what face filters were. We had no idea what was happening.
Why do I start saying stuff sometimes? I don't know.
All right, Rachel, we caught up yet?
No, we got a couple more. So Peter Amsel tipped Carmen 5 Canadian and said, I love the on-the-fly editing process. Nope, not that one. Just makes me want to hear more of that dark, edgy stuff. Brilliant.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
What's funny about comics is whenever you go, oh, no, that one sucks, the audience is like, no, tell us. And then you tell them, like, oh, that did suck. It's like, yeah, that's why I didn't fucking tell it. I knew it sucked. Quit doubting my judgment.
Also, if any civilian were backstage with comedians for 5 minutes, they would want to cancel all of us. We say the worst things possible off camera.
Yeah,
I will
second
second that. Ben says horrible things.
You know that is not true. You know you're part of the squad. You're part of the squad. You're the Ilhan Omar of that squad, Steve.
What's great is when you ever find a comics notebook and just the way we title our jokes. If you just read that out of context, it's like Michael Jackson, hand job, dead babies, abortion. You're like, what the fuck is this list?
And the comic is like, oh yeah, that's my first bit.
Yeah. If you think comics say crazy inappropriate things on stage, our notebooks are insane, because to be a good artist you have to be able to be free enough to at least write down every possibly funny thought. It's got some premises. I look at that, I'm like, I can't remember what the joke was. Not glad I wrote it down, but at least I feel validated artistically.
That's why when we lose a notebook, it's like the end of the world, you know? Like, I don't even take them out of the house now.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I sign
Carmen's
all
like,
of my notebook. I sign all of my notebooks Steve Hofstetter.
No, when I lose a notebook, I'm like, oh, all those ideas for jokes. And when Carmen loses one, she's like, oh no, the evidence.
I remember at one point having one of those like small joke books, and I had also written a grocery list in it, and I like got flustered at an open mic, frantically pulled it out, opened it to the page of a grocery list, and was frantically trying to remember when I had written all these bits about food. I was like, I don't remember writing any of this. I'm Jim Gaffigan.
That's so fucking great.
Like, why does this
Like
say
eggs.
celery instant coffee? Like, why?
So like, here's one of my old ones. This is in a row. It says, pulled over nervous, roofie, wife catch you masturbating, forensic files, drugs, dogs, homeless sigh. Like swastika, still hot, dumb girl, Sex in the City. Like, it's just, what's
Wait, hold on a second.
You do
Bowers,
masturbate.
Bowers. I have done enough shows with Bowers that I could recite every one of those jokes. All of those jokes.
Also, too, I used to carry this notebook in my pocket all the time, and you get drunk and write shit down too. And sometimes you're so drunk you forget the next day what you fucking meant. You're like, what the fuck? One time, I don't know if it's in this one, but it just in all caps it just said, and now we're all being fucked by straws. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know.
At least it's not by spiders.
Right? Exactly.
I'm not here to fuck straws.
And this is before they took the straws away. This was like 10 years ago, and there wasn't any problem with straws. All right, Rachel, what do we got?
I love when the pandemic started. Like, we were almost eradicating straws and saving the turtles. Second the pandemic started, you couldn't touch surfaces of cups. We were like, "Fuck you, turtles! You're done. We're back on straws." I was using extra straws. I had straws coming out of my ass. I had extra pockets, extra straws coming out of those pockets.
Well, I'm not sure if I told the story of like when I took my trip up to Seattle and I stopped in a diner in Eugene, and I saw the server, like I'd gotten a milkshake to go, and I saw the server like unwrap the straw and put it in the drink with her hands, and I was like, hey, I can't take that because of COVID, and also because of even not COVID. I don't want to drink your hands, lady. Like, that's gross. Let me unwrap my own fucking straw.
Yeah, during COVID, people keep, like, at restaurants, you'll go up to a walk-up thing or take a ticket to go, and people literally, like, they'll open a beer for you or whatever and they'll hold the top thin long neck part. And it's like, are you aware of the other 80% of the bottle where my mouth won't be? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I also, even the places like where there's still like all the to-go stuff, where they still keep all the forks and shit in that pile that anyone can touch.
Right?
And I'm just
Hey,
like,
by the way, I don't want to fuck you guys up, but roll-ups are done by hand when they put them in the goddamn napkin. Every server's touched every piece of silverware you've ever used in your whole life. Calm the fuck down. It's not a big deal.
I thought you were talking about fruit roll-ups, and I got really freaked out.
And that's at the end of the shift.
not,
I don't do fruit, Adam. I've never had a fruit.
but I understand that. But at least there's a shot that server has washed their hand. That's a possibility.
Nope.
What I'm saying is
there is not a possibility of that.
Why does Ben look like he's visiting Carmen's proctologist?
It's a gastroenterologist.
Oh, sorry.
What's a proctologist is I don't
That's
know.
an ass doctor. That's a real ass
But what's the
doctor.
difference?
I thought gastroenterology was like stomach shit.
Yeah, but they have to go through your butt.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, but-
Carmen, I hate to tell you, but they don't. You've been going.
She's like, I have stomach pain. He's like, bend over. He's like, I don't know what's going on in there.
Carmen, does your dentist also go in through your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept.
I'm sensing a trend here.
I don't know if I've been to a gastroenterologist, but I don't know if butt's their main thing.
I actually, this is not a joke, Carmen. I had stomach problems when I was much younger, and I went to a couple different gastroenterologists. They never once touched my butt. It was like X-rays or camera down the throat. There was nothing about the butt whatsoever.
I had to have like colonoscopies. So it's all the ass. I went to the right
Had
doctor.
to or
okay?
got to?
It wasn't an optometrist. It was a butt doctor.
No, they're like going into your butt, and they're like, okay, this line or this line. This one.
Now do it bending over. Take your pants off.
Well, and I feel the pain if they quit and you felt bad. I had a friend that was going to a therapist, and then they sent him a message saying that the therapist had died, and then like 6 months later he saw the therapist at the store, and he's like, "Oh fuck!
Holy shit!
Just for me, or did you tell all your patients that?"
Holy cow!
Just ghosted him.
Well, he died. I guess technically he did ghost him. Sure.
Yeah. How needy
Might
of a
have been his
patient
ghost.
would you have to be that somebody would fake their own death to not see you?
I don't know. Are we
I
caught
not
up?
sure
just-
you
I
guys,
could
but
just
I've
imagine-
faked my own death at the
What a
end of
good
3 of these
therapist.
shows.
That is true. That's Ben's go-to out.
I could just imagine the idea of like that guy still goes to the therapist and then like tries to get therapy from the therapist's family while they're grieving. Like just goes to the person and be like, "Hey, did he ever mention me? I'm just curious. Did he ever mention me?"
Hey, look at the dog.
Hey guys, look, Henry's on my back. This is like goat yoga, only way more cute. Look at this.
Oh.
And he's gone.
I was
Good boy, Henry.
His butthole looks healthy though.
Yeah, and Adam knows he's a dentist.
Nice.
We caught up, Rach?
No, we got a few more things to catch up on. So Cassie Schwartz tipped Carmen $5 and said for Carmen's next face cut.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Then we had a few generals, boom. Tasha, $2 and said, when you come in late and everyone's talking about seeing naked people, it's one of those days, isn't it?
Yep.
Technics tipped the show and said, I made it in late. Ben looks so angry. Is it the sun or?
Damn,
I look angry.
In-laws.
I'm chill as can be. My Twitter feed for the last 24 hours is very, very angry, but I feel good on the beach.
yeah, if you're angry at the beach, something else is going on.
Or you're me.
Oh, that's the something else. That's the thing.
You look like you're bending over, Ben.
You like what?
Oh, it just looked like you were bending over.
No, he said you like what? That was his response. That was hilarious.
All
Tall girl
right.
says what?
And last one, Chris LaBelle tipped the show and said, imagine Bowers getting pulled over back in the day and the cops pull that notebook out of his pocket and like, what the fuck?
It's always scary.
And then Bowers is like, no, that's just my shopping list, and it makes it way worse.
You ever one time I wrote a punchline drunk and then had to write a joke about it. So I just had the punch. It just said you had me at jihad, and I didn't know what that meant. And then I just had to write a joke and make that the punchline. 'cause that was good.
By the way, Bowers, you didn't have to write the joke about it. You could have just been like, moved on.
But you had me at jihad. That is a fucking perfect punchline. Shut up. I had to
It's
write a
jihad.
joke.
Why not-
Jihad me
why
at
not-
hello.
Yeah,
Jihad
Oh, that
me at
actually,
jihad.
you know what? That's what the punchline was. Jihad me at hello. I fucked it up. My bad. That's actually no. I'm not kidding. Because in my head, I'm like, that doesn't sound right at all. Did I fuck that up? Because I'm not looking at it. It was jihad me at hello. I fucking Rachel'd my own joke. Jesus Christ. All right. Carmen does have to get out of here. She has to go. So Carmen, great to see you again. We love you. Can you tell us where to find you on the social medias and all that good stuff?
Yes, thank you. I'm at Carmen Comedian on everything, and my podcast is called The Human Centipod, and it's everywhere.
And
Check it
Carmen,
out.
next time you're on the show, though, just so you know, you don't have to leave early. Well, just while at the doctor, you can broadcast neck up.
Okay.
Is the Centa podcast because you had a butt doctor? Was that a butt doctor review?
No,
podcast?
it's
Human
because-
centipede?
It was because we were trapped in quarantine with 8 people, and we were all like on top of each other.
Oh, gotcha.
Now we're back in Queens, but
Sounds
we were in
hot.
a house with my boyfriend's family, and it was.
Oh no.
We did
Well-
things to each other. That's what it really is. We did a lot of things to each other. We played each other's gastroenterologists. I've never talked about the ass this much, by the way. So
Welcome to the show.
Well, we'll see you later, Carmen. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Next
Thank
time.
you.
Thanks so much.
Bye,
Later,
guys.
Carmen.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. So, Rachel, we're still caught up?
Let me just make sure. Yep, we're good.
All right. Coming now. He's a beefcake. Give it up for Danny, Alabama, and Mamawala.
Thank you. Very kind of you. How's it going? I gotta be honest. I had no intention of going blue at 3:45 in the afternoon, but things change, and I wanna tell. I'm inspired by Bowers telling us that he didn't jerk off until he was 19. Because I actually have a story that kind of relates, and I have no idea how long this bit takes because I haven't done it in a while. So let's get into it. So I was a super late bloomer, like very late bloomer, and part of it, I think, for me, like I never got the talk from either of my parents. It never came up in any context. And I don't blame them for that. Like, I especially don't blame my dad because he's an immigrant, and immigrants don't know how to have that conversation because they sure as hell never got it from their parents, so they just don't bring it up. For those of you who don't know me, dad's Indian, mom is a tiny white lady from Wisconsin, which apparently results in a Mexican man. And I don't control the math behind faces, but that is how mine turned out. I was trying to think. I was like, what is the closest that I've gotten to talking to either of my parents about sex? And these are the memories that I have. So when I was like 11 or 12, I remember my dad, he came upstairs to my room and he knocked on my door. And he was like he had this very like serious tone, and he comes into my room and he was like, Adam, I wanted to talk to you because you're getting older now. And that means that your body is going to start to change. And that means that you're going to start to smell, and you smell really bad. And I think you should start wearing this. And he reached into his pocket and took out a stick of deodorant. And then he left the room. That was the whole talk. There was nothing. Just told me I smelled, and then he left the room. So like a week later, I'm at my lunch table at school, at middle school, and all the boys at my table were like, "Oh, has your dad had the talk with you guys yet?" And I was like, "Oh, do you mean where he tells you you smell like shit?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They had all had the real talk, and it was very embarrassing. I had to have them explain sex to me. I think I bartered with a kid. I gave him like a zebra cake to explain sex, and a good trade in retrospect. But all he told me was, well, my dad says that the boy puts his penis in the girl's vagina. But I had no frame of reference for the mechanics of that as an 11-year-old pre-internet. So I just went home with that information in my head trying to figure out what the fuck that meant. And eventually I was like, I don't know, I guess you just pee in there. And it's just so weird to think that when I was 11 years old, I already knew what I was going to be into. There's more. I gotta run through it. I don't know how long the bit is. It's a long bit. I hope I don't go over time. Okay.
You'll be fine.
So
Keep
my
going.
mom, arguably more conservative than my dad. Very conservative, like waspy Midwestern lady. Let me give you some quick stats about Deborah Mamawala so that you get to know her. She has been drunk. She's been drunk exactly once in her life. We've all heard the story. She's very embarrassed about it. She regularly refers to people who smoke weed as being, quote, strung out on pot. And, and to my knowledge, she has had sex only with my dad, at least twice, possibly more, but at least twice. And I mentioned that at a show, and somebody's like, oh, you have a sibling? I was like, fucking of course. If it were just me, why would I assume they had sex to make me and then one other time for fun? What a weird assumption. So, this is my memory of having a discussion with my mom about sex. I had come home. It was like my first summer after I started college, and I was in my room. She comes into my room, and she was like, do you know if you still have stamps in your bottom drawer in your desk? I was like, I don't know. I forgot that's where I was keeping condoms while I was home from school. She opens the drawer, sees the condoms, screams, those aren't stamps! And we never spoke about it again. That's the whole thing. I'm going to wrap up with this, and I hope I'm okay on time to wrap this up. I have no sense of time. All right. So, final story. Around that same time, I had come home from college, and my dad is one of these immigrant parents he's just like amazed by technology. He can't get enough of it. And he always wants to tell me about the new thing he's learned about. So at that time, this is like 2006, 2007, he was like, oh my God, Adam, I just learned about this thing called Picasa that Google came out with that'll organize all your photos and videos into one place on your computer. And it's so great. Like, can I help you do that on your computer so you can keep all your pictures from school organized? I was like, I don't care. So he starts doing this on my laptop. What I didn't realize was that all of the porn I had been downloading for a full year of college that I thought I was deleting was still in the trash somewhere on my computer. Like, this is back in the day when you had to download porn. So he starts doing this on my computer, and I kid you not, it was a full 10 minutes of pornographic images flying onto the screen, occasionally interspersed with pictures of me like smiling with my buddies at school. And my dad just sat there. He didn't get mad. He didn't say anything. He just sat there watching it happen. The only way I can describe it to you, like, do you remember the scene from The Matrix where Keanu Reeves is sitting back in that chair and he's like learning jiu-jitsu really fast? It was like that. My 64-year-old Indian dad was learning about doggy style. And sat there. He said nothing for 10 minutes. It finally finishes loading. He still hasn't said a single word to me. He gets up. He goes to walk downstairs, and before he walks downstairs, he turns around, and I'll never forget this question. He looks at me, and in a truly innocent tone, goes, Adam, what were all those people doing? And I was like, Dad, when a man and a woman love each other very much. All right, that's it for me. See you later.
Adam Mamawala, everybody. Adam Mamawala. By the way, Adam, you doing that bit, as you did that bit, I tried to think. I was like, what is the most I've ever talked to my parents about sex?
Yeah.
And the most I've ever talked to my parents about sex was trying to think of it just now. That's the closest I ever came to talking to them about sex. I am very glad I have none of those stories. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube.
Now, Adam, one of those things where what you should have said, 15 years later or whatever, when she said those aren't stamps, you should have said, no, those are tramp stamps, mother. And that, I think, would have worked.
No, a condom is not a tramp stamp. Bowers, someone needs to explain to you. When a man and a woman love each other very much.
No, I would tell you this.
When a man and a woman love each other very much, they don't use condoms.
Yeah.
That is a solid point. Or if they don't like if they just kind of like each other, or if they just met. But regardless, so no, when my mom got remarried when I was in 8th grade, and their bedroom was above my bedroom, and for the first month of their marriage, every night from like 10 to 11, I would hear this noise like zh, 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 and it would get faster, zh, 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 slower, zh, 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 and like for 30, I'm just like fucking terrified that my mom's getting hammered. It's all I could think about. It was fucking awful, right? And so finally, like 6 weeks in, I can't take it anymore, so I leave my bedroom and I fucking am drinking water, and the noise starts again, and I hear somebody get in the shower, and then the noise starts, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I run upstairs, I knock on the door, I'm like, my mom goes, come in. She's on her exercise bike. She was riding an exercise bike in her room. I thought she was fucking the whole time. I'm like, go downstairs to my room and listen. She's like, what? I'm like, go downstairs. She's like, oh, I'm like, I thought Tom was a stud. Now, the worst part of that was, 3 weeks into that, fucking, I couldn't handle it, so I went and sat in the living room, and my mom came down the stairs all sweaty, right? Like, she opens up the fridge, pulls out a Gatorade, looks at me and goes, "I'm gonna feel that tomorrow." I'm like, "Shut up!"
Light,
I
light.
swear to God, that is what is the reason I am who I am. That moment of my life is what broke my brain and made me this. I really think
You heard that, and you're just like, well, I'm never having another vegetable again.
Yeah. So there
Rachel,
you
what
go.
do we got?
So the only thing I remember ever about my parents talking about sex, one time, the only time, my dad said condoms are the devil. That's all they ever said to me. So thank God I never got pregnant.
I mean, he wouldn't be the first
I don't
man
know
to
if
say
they're
that,
the
but why the hell
devil.
is he saying that to you?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're the devil, but they definitely catch millions of little potential devils.
You call a condom demon catchers? I like that.
Little demons. So we've got, let's see, Megan Begley, $2, and said, Adam looks like hot Harry Connick Jr.
Oh.
Wait, hot Harry Connick Jr. or Harry Connick Jr.? Because
Harry
Well,
Connick Jr.
I'm saying if Harry Connick Jr. was hot, is what she's saying. Like a hotter version of Harry Connick Jr.
that's what I thought, but it sounded
Not a hairier version of Harry Connick Jr.
That's what I thought it was. At first. It was like Harry. I was like, what? What is?
Guys, Rachel was just introduced to the concept of commas and general punctuation yesterday. Give her a break.
Oh, in one sentence. Get off the screen, Ben.
Rosa Red, Harry Connick Jr.
Oh my God, this is dog beach we're on. This dog just went number 2 downwind of us. This is not, it smells instantly terrible. Do you see that?
Well, thank you for sharing that with us so we can think about it too.
I'm sorry I said it.
Sounds
sorry.
shitty.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll tell you another thing I probably shouldn't share, but also a minute ago, a 3-legged dog just went by. Very happy looking dog, and it happens sometimes. I just realized that the 3-legged dog is like the 4-legged tripod of animals.
In that it doesn't know that everything else is more normal than it.
Yeah, it still works. It works a little in like kind of an unnecessary way, you know?
Yeah.
It'll still get you, just not
And
efficient.
sometimes people support it extra because they feel bad.
That's true.
All right. We also had JLC tip Adam $5. We had Jess tip $25 and said, I don't think you smell all that bad from here. I hope you forgive me someday for the Danny Alabama thing. I must have been strung out on pot.
Love it. Forgiven.
She's a pot
Totally
junkie.
forgiven.
And then we had Tam tip $5 and said, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't trade a Twinkie for that info in middle school.
Zebra cakes were the currency at hand.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No balls. Peter Amsel, 5 Canadian. Adam, great stories.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then Xavier, €10 for Adam's dad. Pornhub subscription for 1 month.
He just types in the search bar, what are all these people doing?
And then Kathy Schwartz, $5 for your troubles of having to explain porn to your dad.
It'd be funny if Adam had like 7 brothers and sisters that were like 20 years younger than him. Like that's what happens.
I opened up Pandora's box.
Literally.
Ugh. Don't talk about Deborah like that, you son of a bitch.
I held back from making the joke that it was Deborah's because I thought it was inappropriate, and here we are. Here we are.
Deborah Mamawala is a saint.
Debbie, Alabama.
Christopher Capo, $10 for some deodorant, Danny Alabama.
You don't need
I
an
don't smell,
Alabama.
but Danny Alabama for sure smells.
Well, he's been out on his truck all day. You know, it's a long day.
Let's see. We had some generals come in. Tam tipped the show and said, My mom's parents had 7 children. Someone from their church literally had to explain to them why that kept happening.
Oh, God.
Because condoms are the devil.
Condoms are the devil.
Now playing at the Roxy. M.O. tipped the show $5 and said, Steve, please come back to Indianapolis. Morty's was way better than Panera Bread.
Absolutely. Although the open mic was about the same.
Son of a bitch. That was my only thing I ran. You son of a bitch.
It was lovely, but I mean, you know that at every open mic, it's like a combination of like a couple people with potential and a couple people who have issues.
I would say an open mic is 40% of people that could do something. They're funny. 40% of people that are funny at their job, but if you don't work at the post office, you have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. And then 20% of people that are just clinically insane. That's really what an open mic is. Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Morty's didn't make you bus your own tables. Fuck Panera.
Oh my God, Bowers! You know how much we could have saved? Jesus.
I think we made the comics bust their own tables, to be honest. But whatever.
We could have. That could have been the theme. We could call it the Laughateria. It would be great.
Boy.
That is a great name for a comedy. The Laughateria. Come on. I didn't want to own any more comedy clubs, but now I do. We got to fucking buy one and call it the Laughateria, Steve. That's fucking it. You go through you go through a line and get your shitty chicken fingers with a tray, and then you sit down. Oh my God, that would be so fucking funny.
No better time to open a comedy club that has a buffet.
Yes.
Yep. You'd have to open in Alabama where no one gives a fuck. We'd make millions.
I know a guy.
All right, what else we got?
Megan Begley tipped Adam $5 and said, the only time I spoke to my mother about sex was when she started a new medication that made her horny but also dry. So she asked... Not done.
Make it stop.
Sure?
Please talk about Carmen.
No, I want to hear the rest of this story.
Rachel, can I tip you to not read this tip?
I want to hear it. Shut up. I want to hear what happened. This sounds great.
Now I'm gonna reread that last part. So it was horny but dry, and so she asked her daughter to take her to the adult store to pick out a vibrator, and then she said she hates her life. That was
I would kill myself if my mother asked me that. It's the most disturbing. I've heard so many disturbing things the 4 times I've done this show, and that by so much, a wide margin.
If my mother ever asked me to drive her to an adult store, I would drive her into the wall of the adult store. That'd be it. I would take that request.
Man.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Is this the time I bring up the time that my dad had sex with one of my friends when I was like 9?
What?
My dad was a stud, apparently. Yeah.
How old were you?
Are you sure he wasn't just riding an exercise bike?
And Tina's a fucking liar.
Yeah, it turns out her dad was a gastroenterologist.
He plays one on TV.
Former friend, or were you able to keep the friendship after that?
I mean, it was whatever. It was fine.
Was it?
All right.
I didn't care. Like, it was a little weird, but you know what? They were 2 adults. They wanted to have sex. They can have sex.
There you go.
All right.
If you want a referral for a therapist, I know a great one who's dead.
Great one.
I just missed the last like 4 or 5 minutes, and I think I missed something great. No,
it wasn't that great.
Okay.
According to Tina, it wasn't that great.
Megan's mom's.
Vagina's dry.
Nope.
Howard, you got muted.
No, thank you.
I love that Rachel didn't miss a second filling in the rest of that muted sentence.
She's not moist.
That was incredible.
Amazing.
What else do we have? Let's see. Chris LaBelle tipped the show and said, will the Laughateria serve duck nuggets? He did there.
It's Lafteria, not Lafaria.
Cafeteria.
Lafteria. Yeah.
No, Lafeteria is the Spanish-speaking club next door.
See,
They actually serve duck nuggets with salsa. That's the similar.
Lafaria is what you get after eating the food at Morty's.
By the way, can I just say 125 episodes
man.
ago when I was like, I should ask Rachel if she wants to read some of the chats. I had no fucking idea. I had no idea. We have worked together for years. I had no idea. I'm learning so much.
There's something especially disturbing about hearing a woman dressed as Cookie Monster talk about dry vaginas, too. It's a lot to contend with.
I am gonna have to rewatch 1255 to 102 of this show later today.
I highly recommend not doing that.
I'm
It's
just
not my
really glad.
vagina.
I'm just really glad Rachel isn't dressed as the Count, because that would make this way weirder.
So you know how when you can't get it up because you're too drunk, it's called whiskey dick. We had a friend one time, she got too dry when she was drunk, and we called it YJ. I don't know if that's gonna catch on, but I think that
Oh,
works.
boy.
I don't think that's gonna catch on.
Nope, that's not going to catch on, even on this episode. Duck Nuggets taking the country by storm, but YJ, no.
Also, guys,
We'll
quick
see.
update,
We'll see.
There are a few women here that are definitely dressed for the gastroenterologist.
God.
Also, Bowers, how did you guys miss the opportunity to call that Scotch crotch?
You win, dude. You win. There it is. I gotta call him. I'm texting him right now. That's so great. That is awesome. Are we caught up, Rach?
Or just wine vagina. All right, anyway, Rachel, what else do we have?
We're caught up.
All right. Well, let's play this game then. How about we play the game? Are we ready?
All right, let's play the game. Let's move
Oh.
a TV show.
Yeah, we're gonna move a TV show. So these are the 3 unpaid entries that I liked. We had Andrew Kerr, Monty Python's Traveling Circus.
Nice.
Marissa Francis, I Left Lucy.
You just put it in past tense.
And then Elle Smith, How I Evicted Your Mother.
I love that.
All right, and so Carmen's not here. So Adam, these are the ones that we're going to be voting on, starting with our live audience. So audience, raise your hand if you want to go. Jess, let's start out with you first.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that, Rachel. Okay, so this was funny. I don't think I'm obviously not going to be as good as all you young people, but because of Chris yesterday, I tried. So the fear it won't fit upstairs factor.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. And then when you can only find a parking space for your moving van 2 blocks away, you're in the no parking zone.
Nice.
And last but not least, because I felt you, I'm the one who always shows up. When someone offers to help and then they don't show up and you call, they're the what do you mean girls.
Love it. Nice work, Jess.
Leedy?
I have The Packing Dead, New House of Cards,
Nice.
Game of Homes, and American U-Haul.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like working you.
I Muted Bowers, whoever that is. LaBelle.
So I have for The Voice, the new voice upstairs.
Nice.
I have for Curb Your Enthusiasm, Curb Your Couch. Parks and Rec, I have Parks because Forced Eviction.
Anybody else? Tam or Frankie or Lindsay, you guys have any game entries? Okay. So these are the rest of the entries. We've got E-Hole, throw mama from the moving truck. That was a movie though, wasn't it?
That was a movie, but it's still.
I'm sure that was a movie in like the 80s and 90s when they made everything a TV show. I'm sure there were 3 episodes of that on ABC.
Plus, I guarantee we're not using moving again, so we can burn all the different iterations of whatever we're doing.
Yeah, maybe they thought it was movie a TV show, which would be a very confusing game.
movie and TV show. There you go.
We had Victoria had Saint Elsewhere becomes Go Elsewhere.
Nice.
Breaking Bad, Breaking Fragile Items.
I like that.
And then 6 Feet Under is 6 Blocks Over. JLC had Evict Our Cartoon President.
Nice.
Megan Begley, Impractical Movers.
I've hired those.
Cassie Schwartz, My Two Dads also couldn't figure out how to get the damn couch inside. Gus Walsh, U-Haul Confessions.
Nice.
And then last one, Watts had Law and Ordering You to Get the Fuck Out. Dun dun.
All right. Okay.
Hey, this is the first time I've tried to do this, so.
You'll be all right. Let's go.
Private practice, private moving practice.
Nice.
Okay.
The office or the U-Haul office.
Okay.
Lawn cardboarder. Box in the City.
Nice.
Or
That's actually what the show was.
but this is on that note, the other one for that is like when you move in with your significant other for the first time, it's sex on the cardboard.
All right, Bowers.
All right.
Okay, that's only very funny because right here on my floor I have a bunch of cardboard. You can see that.
Bowers, I don't want those boxes back. I don't want those boxes back.
Hey, we had to fuck on the big one, Steve. We couldn't fuck on the little one.
All right, I only gave him the little boxes.
It was card interested until Bowers pulled his pants down.
All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna go Sex on the Cardboard. I really like Sex on the Cardboard. That's really good. I'm gonna go with that one. Adam, what was your favorite?
I liked who said it? Hold on, let me get to gallery view. I like Jessica's Fear Factor one. What was that one again?
Oh, fear it won't.
Fear of not having enough space.
Factor.
Yeah, I like that one.
All
I'm
right.
giving it to the Fear Factor.
Cool, Rachel.
I liked the Law and Order one. I think I'm gonna go though with U-Haul Confessions.
Cool. Ben.
My vote definitely goes to Jessica's fear of not getting up the stairs factor. I like that a lot.
Nice. Steve.
Same with me. That's my pick. That is
Jessica wins the game. Look at that.
Nicely
25
done.
episodes in. Nice job.
Should buy a lottery ticket.
Nope, already used it up. All right. Any of the comics? So Adam, you have any?
Adam, you got any?
I was just writing them down as we were doing it. So this one's a stretch, but I still think it's funny. Instead of Seventh Heaven, Seventh Floor Walk Up. This
Seventh
one was
Hell.
right there. This one was right there for us. Law and Hoarder.
That's what's called when Ben moves. All right, Rach, did you play any?
I don't have any.
I don't have any either, other than my bosom buddy with a truck.
I have just one.
Okay.
How much you got, Steve?
I got a couple. You can do yours.
No, if you got a couple, you go first. I'll do my one after.
Oh, he's like, I got one and it's fucking perfect. So he's gonna
Calling his shot. He's calling his shot. That's a Babe Ruthian point to the beach. He's
Nicely
like, I got
done.
this.
All right. I have the story of the one box that wasn't damaged. Survivor. I have the wonder if my stuff will arrive for years. Downtown and Krabby. The story of 7 friends tricked into helping someone move, where people stop being nice and start getting real mad. The actual world. It's always raining on moving day. Game of Thrones left out on sidewalks. And instead of Fargo, go far. Eat that,
Nice.
motherfucker!
All right, come on, Ben, knock it out.
That was good. My one is Seinfeld.
God damn it!
He's gonna run into the sea. Oh, that was great.
Oh my god. And he gets eaten by 7 dogs because he's making too much noise, moving around too much.
A bunch of dogs came at me. Right there.
He's walking back. He's like, that was worth it, but I'm so tired. I'm really tired now.
No,
guys, no joke. When I ran out there now, my pants fell down a little bit, and I'm 90% sure an elderly lady with a hat that's right behind me right now, as I'm walking back right now, just said, "I saw your butt." 90% sure that happened right now.
I guess we know where Carmen's doctor retired to.
Carmen's doctor just killed himself.
Now I think that was 6 laps, Ben. Nice work. So you've matched Adam with his pledge to the run thing. Awesome. All right, it's Leedy time. Leedy, how are
I
you?
also, by the way, think I just flashed Carmel's whole family. Carmen, we have to buy me bathing suits that fit.
Or just
I mean, you can buy your own bathing suits that fit.
You have a drawstring. Do you have a drawstring?
I don't have a drawstring. They're kind of like a short situation.
Are those are all your bathing suits vintage bathing suits that your grandfather gave you?
I know.
Lady time. Let's do it.
I didn't finish watercoloring this one, but that's Law and Order, and it's Ben trying to protect his stuff. Here is young Bowers after his mom said, "I'm gonna feel that later."
I like that his tears match the blue Gatorade.
Adam and Steve explaining to Bowers and Adam's dad what sex is.
Are they giving us head?
No, I tried to put
Wait, Leedy. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Unbelievable.
It's like we did this whole show just for that line. That's it. That's a wrap. We did it. God damn, that was fucking great.
Steve, run to the beach on a virtual background.
Oh my god! I tried so hard to put the heads just a little off to the side so that no one could see that.
So you thought that to begin with. That's so great that it was already in your head that Steve called it.
It was in their heads.
Okay, let's continue on to something pure. Here's Ben and his ball.
Oh, I love that.
Code yoga.
What a quick 180 that was. Okay. I gotta find where it starts. Business in the show, party and sound check.
That is unbelievable.
Oh my god, that's Adam Mamawala.
Mamawala.
That's incredible.
That's so good, but Adam's premise is so flawed because if there was a party in soundcheck, I would be there, baby. You know what I mean?
So I was gonna draw Bowers in a Michael Jackson outfit, but I figured I'd just censor the whole thing.
Thank you, Leedy. I appreciate
that. Hold on a second. Pull that one back up, Leedy. That looks like it is Bowers with one of the dads from the earlier drawing.
Wait, what? No, how does this
His hand is kind of holding up, is kind of going like, all right, keep it going.
42nd Street in the 80s.
That looks like Bowers is being bad.
Jessica just had like a great soft confession in the background. 42nd Street in the 80s.
Oh, love that.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice.
Here is burlesque Cookie Monster Rachel.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, that is the best.
I like to call it burlesque monster.
Here's the couch being moved a block. Oh, the things this couch has seen.
The couch looks so scared.
Flowers, why did you leave me?
Don't worry, couch. I'll never leave you again.
There's where it starts. Ben's crack. And then in the background, it's the ass doctor.
125 episodes for us to show some ass on this show.
That is the most literal way somebody can leave a job, saying, I have seen some shit.
That's so great. Nice work, lady. Holy shit, that was fucking awesome. Get better every day. This is amazing. Awesome. Well, we did it, everybody. We did it. We got to the end of another one. Adam, where do we find you at in the world, buddy?
I am at Adam Mamawala on Twitter and Instagram. I have 2 podcasts that revolve around sports to varying degrees. If you like baseball, check out Away Games Pod on Twitter, and if you like basketball, check out Horse at Horse Hoops on Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in again, man. Sorry to disturb you yet again, but we'll see you next time. We love it. So we'll see you next time. Appreciate you being here. Awesome. You can find me as always at Bowers Comedy and Dockheads. Check that out with me and Todd McComas and Savannah Martin talking about documentaries. Rachel, you got something?
No, just we had one general come in. It was Mo. Tipped the show and said, "You're 30 something. You're old enough to hire movers."
I hired movers for sure. I'd never not hire movers ever again. There's 4 things you never skimp on: movers, suites in Vegas, lawyers, and computers. Just buy the top of the line, whatever you got.
Plus Bauer's the kind of guy that clearly hires both movers and shakers. You know, he likes to have the right people around him.
Exactly.
That's what Rachel was doing in the Cookie Monster outfit a second ago.
I want boobies.
Hard to get turned on and hungry at the same time. But
Oh.
Not that hard.
Hard soft confession.
Ben, what you got?
Oh, and by the way, I meant it's hard, but it's not that hard at the same time.
No.
On September 27th, Sunday, I'm doing Glebe Off the Top, crowd work and improvised madness at Nowhere Comedy Club. Get them ticks at the nowherecomedyclub.com website, available on the internet.
Wait, Steve.
I'm gonna be doing a show from this couch.
Comedy show or? This is a big long dick show that you're finally gonna do.
Oh my god, I need a cough drop. Go watch my Nowhere Comedy show. nowherecomedyclub.com. You know where that is.
A $1 show with his main squeeze, Judy. You know what I mean?
I'd super chat that.
Squeeze her too hard.
Oh, she's already popped? All right, cool. So, audience, thanks so much. We love you. We'll see you, Tuesday, right? Yeah, we got a couple days off. Tuesday. We'll see you Tuesday. We love you guys. As always, you guys are great. Are you going to die, Steve? You going to be all right?
I swallowed something wrong. I'll be fine. I swallowed air.
So did Judy.
She popped.
Well,
She's the only one that gets the pop in that household, you know? You aren't the only one. I messed it up.
Rachel, anything to catch up on?
No, we're all caught up, guys.
All right, we love you. We'll see you Tuesday.
I needed this. Thank you. See you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah, we had a little break. I like that. So,
Bye,
thanks,
everybody.
guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah, I want to reiterate what Rachel just said. Definitely needed this today. Always good to laugh during a tough time. And I just want to say thanks, everybody, for making that happen. And just wish you guys a really just a wonderful and happy Shiny Tony.
Yes, Shiny Tony to everyone. Happy Shiny Tony. And I needed it as well. so glad we could all be together and get through a tough day in the best way possible, making a lot of very inappropriate jokes next to parents and people you shouldn't make them with, and then also not near parents. I've really got to get my sentence structure to shorten on these opens and closes. I've got an issue and it's a problem. But hey, only 3 months left in this shit fire of a year. Cheers, everybody.
Tiny Tony, everybody.
Happy Chinito.